just to really encourage parents and caregivers to be brave, to make space, to have these really important conversations with the little people in their lives, to slow down, to take a breath, to not overreact, and to not underreact and sweep things under the carpet, but to kind of lean into that space of having conversations with the children. To remember that sexualized behaviour is likely to come across your path at some point. At some point, you're going to have to probably navigate conversations and behaviours in your own circle of having children in your world, whether that's in the bath, whether that's showers, whether that's questions, and to slow down and to get the context of the behaviour. This is some of my key takeaways, I think.
Yeah, it just, I think what I'm thinking about, I wasn't going to say it initially, but from that corridor around what relationships and connection look like, can we, once again, kia kaha whānau, lean into that really beautiful conversation of talking about what sex and sexuality can look like in a really positive way, and helping our kids shape up to be really considerate partners, because we are sexual beings. We do want to reprocreate. It's kind of in our DNA. And what does that look like going forward? So if we're promoting really positive relationships, respect, permission, consent, non-shaming language, then maybe if we're promoting this all the time in hopefully all of our spaces, our children won't get distracted by the things that are hunting their time and warping their perception about what healthy relationships really look like.
Key messages for me are quite similar to what's being said. I think the context is a huge thing that stood out for me, and really getting the full story and not just jumping to conclusions, and also seeing it through the child lens and not just thinking as an adult this might look one way but actually could be the total opposite way.
I think the points that stand out for me in all of the information that we've talked about today is remembering the context, remembering to see the child through and the behavior through the lens of a child instead of using an adult lens, and to echo others to be brave, to go there with the conversations and not to skip ahead thinking that something terrible, awful is going to happen when your child grows up. That this is a really important teaching moment with your child, and to just grab that opportunity.
Oh, I think I actually have one more too. I don't know if you want to drop it in later or not. But I'm just thinking about in our response, so when things happen, regardless of how heightened or stressed or nervous we feel, to just check ourselves, because we carry lots of bias. We want to or not. We say we're non-judgmental, but actually we're wired up to judge. Like judgments keep us safe. So when we're talking about our future, our mokopuna, our beautiful tamariki that sit in front of us that have sometimes just got it wrong, let's be honouring enough to check ourselves before we engage in that korero.
Being really mindful, I guess, of our own reactions and our own historical stuff, whatever that might look like, and just being present and being there for the tamariki that are involved.